Hey guys, it's Tinker Taylor here today, bringing you back another Pokemon Build Series video. So today we have Haunter, who is the next in the evolutionary line from Ghastly, which is the build we did yesterday. And Haunter is a ghost poison type. It's described as a gas Pokemon. And I get it, it makes sense. So if you've never seen what this Pokemon looks like, it reminds me of all of the cartoon drawings of ghosts, I guess, like little. When I say cartoon, I mean like kid-friendly cartoon ghosts, but like the evil spirit ghosts. It's basically a face with lots of pointy bits, like spikes coming off the back of it. And it's got the same, like when you carve a pumpkin and you give it those triangle teeth, it's got those. I've never carved a pumpkin. It's not really a thing we do here in Australia. I mean, I guess some people do it, but yeah, really, it's not a thing here. But anyway, it's got those like triangle teeth, and it's also got disembodied claw hands. So they're not actually attached to the face body piece item thing. And yeah, I don't know. There's a few different reasons why I ended up landing on the build I did. So, the first was that it reminded me of one of the episodes from Doctor Who where there's I don't want to spoil it too much, but it's where they meet Charles Darwin. Charles Darwin? No, sorry. Charles Dickens, maybe. I can't remember now. It's been a while. They meet an author and ghosts stuff things happen. Again, I don't want to spoil it too much. It's most definitely this Pokemon kind of reminded me a little bit of that. But also, yeah, it just in general, I guess, because it's like a Victorian era build, it just reminded me of that. But also, like, when you watch, I don't know, like the Scooby-Doo movies and stuff like that, they tend to be in these older houses and the old haunted houses and whatever, and yeah, it kind of makes sense to me that it would be a Victorian because of that as well. So yeah, I don't know, it was definitely good. I appreciate it, I guess. I don't know, it was a really fun build. I did it over on stream. So I did this whole evolutionary line, the Ghastly, Haunter, and Gengar all in one stream, and it was really, really good. I really enjoyed it, and they're three kind of different builds. I mean, they're all connected, they're all similar, but also very different at the same time. If you've seen yesterday's build, you kind of understand, like, it's very, very, these two are probably the most similar, but also, yeah, very different in usability, I guess, and style. I mean, not necessarily, like, it's still the same sort of style. But anyway, long story short, I really had fun with these on stream. I am meant to be streaming today, but my game, I went to go in this morning to take a couple of screenshots and things like that, and it took me like 20 minutes to load into a build, and before we actually loaded into it, there was a little pop-up saying, like, this program is just not responding. It's not the normal Windows one that's like, oh, wait for program or just close it. It was a different one, and it just said end program or end process or cancel. And I was like, no, cancel, we'll try it, we'll let it go. And then the Windows one popped up, and I was like, alright, fine. I've clearly got to back up and then repair my game. This is exactly what I wanted. Exactly the sort of stress I need today. And also, I absolutely did not sleep at all last night. I get really bad joint pain in the cold, and I'm also very susceptible is not the right word, but I feel the cold a lot more than other people. My whole life, I've had people look at me and be like, aren't you hot? Like, I feel hot just looking at what you're wearing. And I'm like, no, I'm freezing. Like, I'm genuinely freezing. So yeah, because I feel the cold a lot worse than other people, and I get a lot of joint pain and muscle pain in winter and in cold temperatures, the moment the moment that weather is no longer disgustingly hot, I get really bad leg pain. It's mostly in my legs. It's rarely ever my arms, but sometimes my shoulders will play up. But yeah, it's usually my legs. And yeah, I think I was up to 4 a.m. this morning, and I think I got up at 7, so might not be the best idea to stream today, so I'm just gonna, record this video, probably have a nap, do some I just want to take it nice and relaxed and slow today, because I feel like if I keep going at the pace I'm going, like, some days it's really good and I can get a whole lot of things done and it's fantastic, but it also takes a lot of steam out of me, and then I find myself, like, exhausted and doing less things, and then because I'm doing less things I'm stressing myself out. So yeah, I'm gonna try and balance things a little bit better. I've got a few different ways, like, each week is kind of different. Some weeks I will go in and do a build, do the video for it, and upload all the stuff I do for that build, and then I'll move on to the next one, and I'll do that for a little bit. But there are other times, it's mostly when I stream, I will go in and do a bunch of builds, and then I'll edit the videos sort of sometimes one by one. Like, I'll do it like, okay, I edit this one, voice this one, next day edit that one, voice that one, and it takes a couple of days, and then I'm like, oh, now I have to build again. But other times I will edit it, and then today's video I will edit, and then I'll build, and then tomorrow's video I'll edit tomorrow or later today and build tomorrow as well, like, to kind of keep up with it. So I think what I just need to do is just one at a time. When I stream, that's fine, I can do multiple builds, that's fine, but I think one at a time is probably the more important thing, because I don't want to hit burnout. I do hit burnout quite a lot. I get really, really productive, and then it all just falls away, and then I get really, really productive again, and it all falls away. So I'm trying to find a good maintaining spot. I need to readjust my schedule for sure, in terms of just, like, what I do throughout the day, because there are some things that I'm just like, that doesn't help you. Yeah, like, I'm pretty sure I talked about this on stream the other day, but I need to add restrictions back onto my phone. Like, yes, I have the password, but I'm pretty good with the restrictions. When I put them on there, it's because I know, like, I'm struggling to not be on my phone and, doom scroll and play these stupid little phone games, and yeah, it's just, like, a few things that aren't working in my favour at the moment. But luckily I have fantastic roommates who definitely help me out. Onion's probably the number one helper of them all. He was very, very helpful last night in heating up my heat pack at like 2 a.m. because I couldn't get out of bed because my leg pain was that bad. He is honestly, they're all blessings. They're all fantastic. The two roommates who've gone on their honeymoon were like, all right, let's organize, like, food and stuff like that so you don't have to stress while we're gone. Because we all do grocery shopping together as a big group and whatnot. Even though there's not many people there, we still kind of did it all together, and yeah, they're just wonderful people. Obviously there's moments where they have their flaws and whatnot, but everyone does, so, I'm still very, very grateful for them. And, look, it's I think it's one of those things where I just, like, I put myself, I'm like, oh, I want to do this, and this, and it's like, are you gonna have time to breathe when doing that? Like, maybe just try and relax a little bit. So yeah, I think today's just gonna be a nice slow one, which is probably why this video is gonna be late. I'm pretty sure, I've got 15 minutes until this video is supposed to be live. But yeah, look, at this point, it is what it is, and I think I'm getting to the point in my life where I'm like, you can either sit here and stress about everything, or you can just accept the fact that sometimes you get distracted. And you know what? It's not okay, but it's okay. And, like, if you accept it, that means you're recognizing it and you can work on it. And this is your, I don't want to say punishment, but this is the result of you being distracted. I mean, to be fair, the other reason why I was distracted today, I was editing in bed because A, it's warmer, and B, I was so comfy. Sometimes I don't like sitting in my chair. Like, it's a very comfortable chair. It's got very, very good back support and things like that, but sometimes I want to put my feet up and I want to be comfortable and whatnot. And so yeah, I made myself comfortable in my bed, and Macy, my cat, decided to join me, which, you know, that's a-okay. But at some point I sat up and crossed my legs, so she normally lays at the foot of the bed. Specifically on the, like, I don't sleep in the middle, I sleep to the side. I don't know, I just find it more comfortable. I guess I've made my little divot there. Because I realised last night I slept a little bit too close to the edge when I actually did end up going to sleep, and I was like, this feels weird. And I shuffled back a bit, and I was like, oh, I've actually made a divot. But anyway, she likes to sleep at the foot of the side of the bed I sleep on. Like, she's got a whole other side of the bed to sleep on, and half the time she chooses at my feet, which I think is really, really cute and sweet. But because I was sitting up in bed, she had a lot more space to spread out. But I ended up sitting up and crossing my legs, and, you know, I was focusing and getting work done and getting stuff done, and then Macy stood up. She stretched as tall as she could, and then she walked around the laptop and came and sat in my lap and went to sleep. And let me tell you, my heart, oh, it was the sweetest, cutest thing ever, and I can't even explain. Like, she rarely sleeps in my lap. It's normally when she's cold, which, I mean, understandable. If I was cold and I was a cat, I would also steal other creatures' warmth. It's the cutest thing ever. But yeah, she came and curled up in my lap, and she kept, like, rotating around, getting up, doing a circle, laying back down. But she was, like, laying over my arm, so I couldn't move my arm, and it was just, I was like, hey, I have to do work, Bubba, can I have my arm back? And she just looked at me and started purring, and I was like, okay. Alright, you can I'll try and do the work one-handed. So, yeah, this video did take way longer to edit than intended, because I only had one arm. And, I mean, technically I only need one to edit it, but, you know, I was a little bit distracted because of the fact that, yes, I was holding onto this cute little creature. And, yeah, she's so cute. I absolutely love her. And at some point my legs were going dead, so I softly uncrossed them and had them out, and she just kind of settled. Like, the way my legs moved, she just kind of not flopped, but, like, spilled. I don't know what the right word is. Like, it was very slow, and she just kind of let her body move wherever it ended up, and yeah, she was sleeping between my legs. And so when I tried to get up, I had to, because I had blankets on, so I had to slide my leg out and put it on top, and then slide my other leg out and put it on top. And she just looked up at me like, where are you going? What are you doing? How about you stay there? I was like, I have to go record this video, Bubba, I'm sorry. And yeah, look, about 2 seconds after I got up and came in here into the little office space, she followed me in. She followed me in and was like, why did we get up? Like, I don't understand. It's okay, you didn't have to get up. Like, you can go back. No. She ended up just leaving. But it was really, really sweet and really, really cute, and it just made my day. So, yeah. Look, if I end up having a nap today, I'm definitely going to go find her and see if she wants to have a nap as well, because she does love napping. I remember one time I got really, really sick, and like, I rarely get sick, and when I do, it's rarely bad. Like, it's you know, I was quote unquote sick earlier this year, maybe like the start of the month, and it was just kind of like a cold I couldn't shake, really. I think there was one day where I did spend half the day in bed because I was just like rest, relax, like let's just take a moment to relax, you know, that sort of thing. And yeah, that that time where I got really, really sick last year, I don't know if she was already in the room or if I went and found her or whatever, but I ended up laying down and I was laying on my side with my arm out, and she came and laid and put her head on my arm and just went to sleep and used my arm as a pillow, and it was the cutest, sweetest thing ever. And I think I napped for an hour and a half, and I died. Like I honestly, it's one of those naps where you're like, that was just all deep sleep, wasn't it? Like there was no dreaming, there was no light sleep, there was no waking up until the very end. It was just pure deep sleep. Like I needed that. Because I think the day before I'd also had a nap, but it wasn't as good and I didn't feel as great. And instead of having Macy to cuddle, I had a half-eaten carrot. When I get sick, carrots are my go-to thing to eat. I find that's the easiest thing for me to stomach. And it's also, this is going to be a little bit gross, but if you are expelling things from you, from your mouth, you can see how much you have actually digested and eaten, or whether or not you have or you haven't. So you kind of get a good understanding and idea of, have you actually nourished your body or not. But yeah, it's realistically like, I would say bread, carrot, or like a dry biscuit or something like that. I mean, all biscuits are dry, but like just a plain old boring biscuit. Like nothing special with it. Boring as. But if I'm that sick, I'll usually start with water. Just like if I can stomach water, then yeah, cool. I'll try a little bit of this or that, the other. But yeah, carrot I found in my most recent years. I think it's because when I lived at uni, carrots are one of the things I was like, I like carrots, I need to eat vegetables. Like, yes, you need to diversify them and whatnot, but at least I'm eating something that's a vegetable. So I would have carrot as a snack, and it was good. It was really good. And I guess, yeah, anytime I did get sick, it was like also one of the only things I actually did also have. It's like I had like dinner foods and I had breakfast foods, and I would usually have leftover dinner for lunch, so I didn't really have much else other than, you know, carrots. I mean, I did have bread as well, but I found myself relying more on the carrots than I did the bread. I don't know, there's just something about carrots that I love them. They're so good. They are my favorite. That's I wouldn't say they're my favorite vegetable, but they're the one I rely on the most. The most reliable one I have. Because I would have to argue potatoes are probably my favorite. I know that's a little bit like potato, yes. Yeah, I love. You can't really do much wrong with a potato, really. Doesn't matter how you cook it. Obviously, cook it properly, but it doesn't matter how you cook it, how you bake it, how you fry it. However you make it edible, I will eat. There's not a single potato I've come across that I will not eat. As a kid, I used to not like potato salad, but now I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'll have a bit. But yeah, like baked potato, mashed potato, baked potatoes are my favorite though. I think out of all the potatoes, baked is my favorite. With like a little bit of seasoning and a little tiny bit of butter. My goodness, and I like them really crispy. Like, I don't want to say almost burnt, but almost burnt. Like, I like them crispy. I like them crunchy. I love it when they're small potatoes as well, because then it's more crunch than it is, you know, like the soft baked potato innards, which is still absolutely delicious, but like, I like crunchy potato. And obviously you can do like chips or fries or whatever you want to, both, whatever. You know, crisps slash chips, or chips slash fries. I would say the crisp slash oh my goodness, chips, they're probably my least favorite of them all, but I'll still eat them. So yeah, but I would say carrots are probably the most reliable. They are like my go-to. I'm not going to eat a potato. Like, a potato you have to cook before you eat. I'm not eating a raw potato. But a carrot, I will eat raw. Give it a wash, and then eat it raw. It's honestly makes me feel so much better when I'm sick. But anyway, that's probably enough of me rambling and ranting about vegetables and how cute my cat is, because I could do this all day, honestly. I love her so much. And I don't know, I do like some good old vegetables. But anyway, yeah, pretty close to the end here. Yeah, I just end up doing a little bit more, I say landscaping, but like, yeah, putting in some trees and some terrain paint and things like that. And yeah, I don't know, I really did have a lot of fun with this build. I ended up, like I said, I was streaming it and I gave a little tour off at the end. So if you guys ever want to see me building live, definitely head over to Twitch. I believe the link is down in the description. I say believe like I don't know it for sure, and I do know it is down there. So yeah, if you ever want to see me build live, make sure to check that out. But if you want to see more videos like this, make sure to subscribe, because I do come out with a video almost every single day. But until then, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.